Well, this is Her Standards, the show that celebrates women and initiatives that women are coming up with. On today's episode, we are taking the celebration a notch higher. We have with us a musical genius. She is none other than Hellen Mtawali.
Mikono yangu yitumie Bwana, ili jina lako litukuzwe. Miguu yangu yitumie Bwana, ili niende mahali wewe unapenda.
Ready to dish out on vibes about her musical journey, the status of music in Kenya, and much more. And you know what? We are ready to have a good time, and we hope you can join us. We are available on social media as KTN Home across all platforms, or you can talk to me directly at Queenie Mbori on Instagram and Facebook, or Queenie Saina on Twitter. I'm also available as Quinta Mbori on LinkedIn. Just hit that connect button and I will reach out to you. Well, the hashtag to use in order to be part and parcel of this conversation is hashtag Her Standards. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you my guest. No, I would want her to introduce herself because she is a musical maestro. Honestly, I think we need to give you the credit. So, Hellen, karibu sana.
Asante, I love the way she said, we're taking this a notch higher.
Yes.
Guys, mimi ndio notch. Na mimi ndio higher. My name is Hellen Olivia Kotomolo Nyarnyakach. Bakile na kamuto tadwongo right there phone. Mtawali, that is a statement. Don't ask me why. I actually decided to make my name big because when I went to the US at one time,
yes.
What
do you say?
Yeah. So I went to the US one time and everyone was introducing themselves short. My name is Johnston, you can call me John. My name is Matthew, you can call me Mats. You want to do that with Hellen? You need to hell. Stuck. That's how come now my name is Hellen Olivia Akot Omolu Nyarnyakach. Makine na kawutu tadwongo right there for. Hiyo ni South Africa. Mtawali. Nikitembea unasikia una bahati leo sikubeba huyo uniform wangu wa kutembea kama peacock. Min Jewel, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. I know, not many people. No, she's the only one who's allowed to call me Min Jewel.
Yes, Min Jewel.
Or Mama Jewel. Min Jewel is just Mama Jewel. Yeah. There's a daughter we have in common.
Yes.
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 We are trying to nurture musically. So, Hellen, for people who are watching this show and are wondering, who is Hellen Akot? Where did she come from?
Like you said, my eyes are green. That defines me already. That I'm very unique. I'm the second born of a family of 6. My 2 brothers are already late now. So tumebaki my gangster, 4 girls that are powerful. My elder sister is in Maseno. Sara Kiji, na mina gani hakuna vile tutakuwa kwa haya bila kusalimia wewe huko Maseno. Nimekusalimia yako basi. Salimia kuku, salimia mboka, salimia vitu vyote. Fina vyote mbeanga filanga free around the area. Huyo ni sister yangu Sara. Anayenifuata ni Oliso, anaitwa Filista. Filista anakuambia huyo ni mtu wa Kamulu. Salimia watu wote mwandiko huko Kambani. Si uyaolewa na Mkamba lakini tunajua vizuri sana kwamba mlinunua land karibu na Nairobi. Ndio watu wakilitaya, mtalitaya mapema. Asante sana. Wa mwisho ametujengea boma. Ni baby bobu. Boma kubwa huko Siaya. Huyo sasa ndiye alibahatika kupata Jaluo. Sisi wengine ni international. Huyo alipata Jaluo kidigitembe. Huyo yuko Siaya South Mayanda. Huko wanaitwa Julia. Nilikuwa namuita Ami, yani mami, Ami, you know. Yes. Those are my 4 sisters that are still alive and I thank God I'm the second born. And I teach at Desa University. I teach performance. Apart from that, I have a group called Afrizo. Afrizo Voices was born in 1998. And currently, everything is gone online. And therefore, I have like 4 schools online, how sasa ni African online vocalists. I gotta say hi and shout out to you guys. These are the performers who are going international. We have people from Benin, Congo, Rwanda, Burundi, Cameroon, Nigeria. We're not going to leave you. Which other side you come out? We invited a Nigerian to come and teach us business, music business inside that show. And then we also have South Africans, Prophet Keke, wherever you are, my prophet. God bless you for coming and gracing our show in Africa Online Vocalist on the media Mtandaoni. We are also bringing Soli Matlangu. I can't wait. Yeah, so I do many things. Everything encompassed and in the bracket of music. Utacheza na mimi kweli. Uwezi cheza. Na hiyo ni kidogo. That is like water inside the ocean. Water. Or a fish, samaki moja. Katikati ya wengi waliojaza huko mlima ya ndani ya maji. Ndio.
I told you. I told you it's a show like no other. It's different. It's high energy, packed, and I can only imagine.
Yes.
Hellen, you mentioned something about your family, and unfortunately, you lost your brother.
Yes, I lost my two brothers. Yes.
The first, no.
The first brother that I have, he got sick, and somehow they had what is that now? An accident a domestic accident. So he passed on. But the one that was very painful was now my younger brother. It's called Dan. That guy was coming up big time. He was already starting to become a celebrity, an MC, etc. And it was Dan Omoro. We used to speak Kikuyu. We go to events and we MC events, both of us, just like Mitch and Sheila. So if you go to a Kikuyu event, he speaks Kikuyu, I speak Swahili. Ama kama ni Kijaluo, speak Kikuyu, I speak Luo. Then baadaye mtu akichoka we exchange. We used to really have fun. But God claimed, yani as in alienda kwa Mungu in a very sad way. I think he got into politics. He worked for somebody in the political field. And they just tagged him and murdered him.
Very sad.
It was very sad, But well, you know, you never know. That was just one way of exit. We still celebrate them.
Celebrate.
We thank God,
Holy about that.
Yes.
No,
God is still on the throne.
God is still on the throne. They say is God, whichever way.
Yes, whichever way. We'll meet in heaven. God willing.
We can't wait for that. Now, you've mentioned your siblings.
Yes, my siblings.
Siblings, Julia.
Yes, Julia, Flista, Sarah. Yes, and then me.
Are they also musicians?
They must be. Hey, my father was a choir director, and my mother was one of the big alto singers in the show, in the choir. So by all means, we had to be musical. You came to visit us in our home, we would sing for you.
You'd be lined up. The parents would line you up.
Yes, and me, I would be the leader. Second born, lakini kierere mingi. Pesa kidogo. So I used to be the one who leads music.
But see where it has brought you. You're kiherehere.
Yes. Huyu kierere na kuambia saa ingine unasaidia. Yes,
So where did you grow up?
I grew up we used to stay in the then Moi Air, the then was Kenya Air Force. But right now I think it's Moi Air Base. Did it change? I think it's still the same.
Still the same?
Yes. So we stayed there for a few years. I think over 17 years. My father was a warrant officer, 1, 2, I think, one of those, Then there was a coup d'etat in 82. That made him lose his job. But later on, incidentally, he came and found a job here. Started out as a groundsman because the certificates were burnt. Started as a groundsman. People used to marvel at his English and intelligence. Then was taken to the gate because he loved to still remain a soldier. But they said, no, you're too smart. Let's give you another job. So when he left Daystar, he had served for 17 years, but he left as a manager, a bookshop manager. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And mom?
My mom is a teacher. Even right now, we have a school right beside our home. That she's teaching. She had taught in several schools around Nairobi County. But when she retired, eventually, she started a school back home. We helped her put it up. But of course, with COVID now and schools, etc., it would remain closed for a while. But that's the passion that my mom had. She was a teacher. And maybe that's where the teaching element came to us. We inherited that.
So the teaching is from mom, the music is from dad.
Yes.
So when did you start taking music seriously?
Here at Daystar University.
Oh, really?
Music, we used to sing, of course. When I was young, I used to sing. But that was just about it. When I got to Daystar University, because my father now had started working here, he took my papers. I thought I had failed, yeah? But then they took my papers to Daystar and I was admitted. And now I found Kasanga, Japheth, Anne and Japheth Kasanga. I found them here. That's how come now I got into the media world and they nurtured my gift as a singer and a performer. Yes.
I remember you actually from the Kasangas because I must have been, I know. Yeah, I mean, that was really a time when music was so precious.
Yes.
When gospel music was gospel music. We're going to talk about that later on.
Yeah.
And I remember listening to you. You had a really beautiful voice. You still do. But it really stood out for me. Now, looking at what is happening in the country right now, I know you're a musical coach, voice coach, music teacher, choir director, all those things that we mentioned. What do you make of the status of music in Kenya? Are we doing okay? Are we doing badly? Do we need to improve?
I would say we're doing badly. And if the president is somewhere, please, tafuta njia tu niangalie kwa dakika huu. This is the industry of entertainment. It's closed. We are the people who make people happy. It's closed. When people are done with working in the weekend, they go to places where they probably drink or have one or two, and that's where musicians thrive. They're closed. Maybe institutions, and institutions also not doing very well, almost closed. This is making the musicians suffer, and when they suffer, who do they turn to? And then the other side where the musicians can earn, and right now this is what we're actually encouraging people to invest in, is online, where in the digital space the musicians can now sambaza their music all over worldwide. But if everyone around the world is suffering, not having that single penny to buy the songs, because people buy songs and buy entertainment when they're happy, or if they're not, when they are relaxed. And there's no time for relaxing because that money, that extra money that they would use to pay the musicians is not there. That means now it's a circle of life. It's making them suffer throughout, which is very bad. So, and we even heard about the 100 million. You 100 million hata sijui ilienda wapi. Dururu tu, hata mimi sikutaka pesa mingi, kadogo tu. I'm just thinking like, you know, everybody's suffering in the music industry, including the big shots and the small guys who are upcoming. So if there was a system that works, that can help to curb this, then we would hail the president, we would hail our leaders. If there's something that can happen. Currently, like I told you, I'm teaching online, but I'm not teaching to be paid. I'm empowering somebody. But thank God that the online still would work at a minimal cost to be able to still empower somebody out there. So we're just hoping that things will open up, and if it opens up, then the musician is happy, and if the musician is happy, that means entertainment and a smile is brought to the person.
Everybody is happy.
So people will not be, I mean, it will kill stress. And all the stresses people are talking about. Please sort us first before you sort anybody else. Because that's a big community. It's a big, huge community that affects, if it affects us, then it also affects the globe. If it is sorted, then the globe is also sorted. Because that's the first thing that travels around the world.
Music makes people happy.
Do
you think the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, sort of like it caught musicians or artists pants down?
It did.
And what are they supposed to do? So that in the event that something like this happens,
the good news is some musicians who are able didn't stop at it. In fact, some of us like me, I want to thank God that I'm blessed that during the pandemic I even got more popular. Yes, not just in Kenya locally, but also internationally, because the government gave me a few students to teach for free through Nairobi Performing Arts Studio. And through Nairobi Arts Performing Studio, I was able to summon of about 1,000 students, high schoolers and primary, elementary schoolers, to be able to go online, and that's how we're able to reach them. So I want to thank the government for that, because I was able to do that. And how this affected me is it made me start what I call those schools, online schools. So today I'm able to talk to people locally and internationally through this platform on Facebook, on YouTube, and that through Zoom, you can be able to still broadcast on Facebook, etc. Like Africa Online Vocalist was birthed that way. Yeah, so much as there was a struggle, there's still some of us who are still able to sit and do what we love best. Of course, not at a very exorbitant fee like the way we would, but we were able to empower somebody's life.
Something to take, to take you by day at a time.
Yeah.
Does music pay? Like, is it something that I can take seriously as a career? I mean, people take medicine, people take now journalism as a career. Can I take music seriously to sort out my bills, take care of my family, take me to school? Or do I need to supplement?
67 jobs are open for you if you're a musician. Nimesema nini? 67 jobs. Why? From the 5 disciplines. You're a musician, know that you have capacity to become an entertainer through drama. You can dance. You can also be able to write. And you can be a creative. The last time I went to a saloon, nilienda saloon sijui miaka ngapi iliyopita because my creativity inanifundisha ingia mahali kwa duka, tafuta nywele. Sona na sindano ile ulifundishwa nayo home science. Tengeneza hiyo nywele unataka. Saloon sitapata kazi lakini wewe mwenyewe utajipatia kazi. Na kama umetengeneza kali sana, watu wataanza kukupatia kazi. Isiyokuwa. So that means you have opened for yourself a job. And then also, we are creatives, bana. We don't do things the same way. I will have nguo kama huyu, lakini nitam off shoulder unafikiri toka wapi? Kwa musicians. Tulisema tengenezeni nguo lakini onyesha nini nyama kadogo. Uliza ule off shoulder ulitoka wapi? Before you know it, it was a style. Huyu kitu nimeweka hapa usifikirie nimetoboa mwili lakini ni creativity wangu unaniita Hellen unaniita kwa jina. It is calling me. Therefore, musicians are creative. We can actually bombard the fashion industry. No musician wants to look shagala bagala hula balu. No, they want to look nice, and when they're looking nice, they explore their creativity. And then the 5 things that I've mentioned will earn you 67 different jobs. 67. The musician can be a recording artist or a performing artist. The dancer can be an instructor or a dancee, or a dancer himself and this is a dance crew. No musician akuna 2 left feet. We know how to dance. A musician can do that. Right now at Nairobi Performing Arts, we're teaching people how to act. Personally, I am a person who can act. Don't you think so?
Yes,
Don't I look like somebody who can act for you? Don't you think that when you take me to the land, I not go get this body of mine and become Naija person? Okay, put music, and after you put music, I have the projection. I have everything it takes that Naija people can go. You don't need to go to Hollywood. Or Hollywood there for this place. That's what I'm telling you. That as I do that, I'm projecting. We teach people projection.
Yes.
But as we teach you projection, though, we are teaching you how to act. That means you're putting word and body inside the words you're talking. By the time you're done talking, you're an actress and putting life and entertaining people. Some of you are even laughing and wondering whether they come from Naija. Or you imagine Luoma kit tabia yangu wote umejia huko. People even think I'm Congolese. So kinga na komituna. Eloko nini boy? Wapasi kana butama. Minyoko lieleki nani akoyoka ngana 20 na baninga na kosala nini? Nikienda Congo mimi wezi kupotea.
Can you sing in Lingala?
Yes, of course.
Let's try something.
Yawe na bikamwa sembola loboko na yo bato baso bambo na yo bakumisa kombo na yo lelo zambo ya mo timelelo tulingeto iwana usabamale kamera moye mulunda we huyu kiuno tu ndio Mungu alikosea bwana. Kiuno tu ndio iko kakubwa, ingekuwa ndogo ningekudansia mpaka Kongo yenyewe isuke bana. Kongo tosima na maboko Kongo elonga RDC Kongo RDC soki outina Kongo RDC awa toza pambola yo ni nyimbo tu ndio nimesema. Usijali. Ndio nakwambia musician is drama tupu. Fundisha mtu akisajua huyo kuimba mzuri ndani wake anapata kama kuna camouflage ya damu ya Jaluo, damu ya vitu zingine. Before you explore, you are an explosion yourself. Hakuna vile unaweza kulala kwa hiyo nyumba ati bila kazi. Tafuta kazi Omera. Ukibarikiwa kama wewe ni musician, unaweza kucheza instrument. Mimi hata nacheza instrument na mdomo. We tuko kwa bwana gift. That's why we are called the gifted.
The gifted.
Hey.
But where is this lesson taught? Because let me, you know why I'm asking you this, Hellen, is we have seen names withheld, artists who have hit the dead wall, and M-Pesa numbers are circulating and pay bill numbers. People are literally begging to survive. Where do we get these skills from?
That's what I'm telling people. Money also, you know, I was taught by a Nigerian. You get to honor money so that one day money honors you. Most musicians don't know how to invest, I included. So nobody taught us the language of investment. An investment, somebody actually, I just saw a Chinese the other day coming to tell us, somebody told you to save money so that money can save you. It's as good as nothing. And then it throws the coin away. To show you that you must go beyond just the saving. You need to invest so that you can grow money. So that one day that same money will help you. And it's a language that not many people understand, except the Kikuyus. Okay, and some people now today, people understand.
I think, some people chanuka.
Watu wameanza kuchanuka. And again, maybe, I don't know whether it had to cost us the pandemic to know how to think right or how to think savings. And right now, if pandemic goes and comes back again, it will find people prepared.
Will be prepared.
They will be prepared. Because right now, people are having seminars and seminars and seminars of how to save money, and not just to save, but to invest.
How to invest
as well. And now people are trying to be, hopefully, believing in other ways how they can be able to invest so that they can have a future that is enjoyable. Like that. And the people who really suffer are musicians. Because musicians, we want to look the part. We want to look like Wadosi. You call me a celebrity and I have nothing in my pocket. It doesn't. But when the money comes, we are the same people who just spoil it and spill it in the name of celebrity.
I have to look. I have to look the parts.
Mini celebrity. Viatu lazima ninunue. Gari lazima ukue na nini? Mpaka saa ngapi?
My son told me it's called the drip.
Bora kutoe
from
have to
drip.
Yes. Kutoe from state 1 to state 2. I don't live large. I just live normal. Because one day, that person you think who is supposed to live large, you can live large one at a time, one or two other times. So that money pays you. People also are not taught how to let money pay them. You get money and the first thing you do is pay others. You need to know or learn how to pay
yourself first.
That way, when you pay yourself, you're able to enjoy life. So that you don't think stress and depression all the time. Tumechoka na depression, Omera.
Imekuwa mingi sana.
Tuacheni. And then the other thing, people also need to work on their mind. Mind education. People need to get, I'm privileged to know the Koreans, I think, use that to change the whole of Korea. So if people learned how to control this mind, a lot would happen. So that right now, when you have a stable mind, a lot will still happen that you don't expect. And people are not going to suffer depression. Instead, they'll end up being productive because it dealt with the mind.
With the mind. Do you think the attitude of parents or people, guardians, have changed about music? You're the only one who is allowed to call me Min Jewel. No. Do you think as African parents we have changed that? Because in the past, the only careers that we thought was fit for our children was the serious ones.
Do you know, lately I've been called to many high schools to actually speak to people about how to empower them and enable them to be productive with their talent. So people are now discovering and exploring much more they can be able to do using their talents. High schools, the principals already know that. And with the CBC, that's another way to actually explore people's talent. And then you don't just lay. I mean, the parents today is a different parent, and unfortunately or fortunately, children today know so much, so much. And with the pandemic, oh gosh, they became geniuses.
They're geniuses.
Because there was nothing to do now. They went and information flows into their hearts. What do? You have to now up your game.
It's actually freely available on YouTube. They can play piano, they can do voice lessons.
You sit down to talk to your daughter or talk to your child, and you realize that they're smarter than you.
That's true.
Yes, smarter than you. So you remember those days when we were thinking that we are smarter than our parents.
Yeah.
Now it has gone. Vicious circle. So my daughter, much as people respect me to be knowledgeable, I can sit down with my daughter and I feel like I know nothing. Because now my daughter has the freedom, and all the time she just sucks in information, gets it. Sometimes she calls me, Mom, sit down, we need to talk. And the terminology she unleashes from her mouth, you feel like, did you swallow the dictionary? I talk to my daughter sometimes, I'm amazed. I'm like, you know what, this is my time to listen, which is still good. Because with the pandemic now, we're able to understand each other. You have to go nowhere, sit in, find a way for you guys to work it out. I know I remember there's a time we fought. We literally fought. Until I was like, hey, if I do like this, I'll continue like this, I'm going to finish my daughter. I had to unlearn a lot of stuff. And right now she's in university, so you can imagine. Already I feel like she knows so much more than the university. I mean, what she should be given in the university. Because all that time, it was about a year, man. They were in the house. So imagine knowledge learned by somebody on their own for a year. That's a lot of information. By the time she sits me down, I feel like, well, that's a meaning it's
information overload. It's called reverse mentorship.
Yes.
Reverse mentorship. We're about to take a break.
Yes.
How many languages do you speak, Hellen?
I speak 16 languages.
How did you even start speaking?
Through song. It's easy, like just when I started speaking Zulu and you could hear that those are words of a song of Miriam Makepa's Click song. Yeah. So I just learned several. If you learn several Kikuyu songs, you will learn the tonation because African languages are tonal.
It's a tonal language.
And when you do that, you are already exposed to a set of vocabulary. So when you have exposed yourself to a set of vocabulary, you already know the language. Yeah? So one day I go to a PCA church, and then there's a guy who sings, and then kidogo he disappears. And then I'm told, Hellen, you can go on. And I'm like, this is a PCA church. If I sing English, they'll look at me like I've been through hell. And then if I sing Kijaluo, they'll be like, you know. So I decided, okay, let me learn some Kikuyu songs. And I learned only one. By the time I sang it so well, except a section, that after I finished singing, I had to go back to the drawing board. And you sing it like Wagedomo. I don't know why they conduct. I finished it. Nikifika hapa nikasema tiga kumeagoro. They laughed. I was like, kwani wameshikwa na Holy Spirit? I actually sang very well until the Holy Spirit came down and they are all filled with laughter. This is a comical song, but I said, Tiga kumeagoro, and I repeated, Tiga kumeagoro. They looked at me and said, Madam, Koumia and Komea are two different things. Those are accidents you suffer when you're learning a language. I went through that accident. And they laughed the way you laughed. And then I told Hellen, ikifika hapo, unasema kumia, sio komea, hiyo sasa unatukanana. I said, oh, kumbe nimetukanana ndio sababu watu wananichekelea. I had to make a disclaimer. People, ladies and gentlemen, the Januo Janoku. I am the Luo that is very, very clever. Na hii cleverness yangu imenileta kwa shida sasa. Tafadhali na niko kanisa, nisameheni tu kwa sababu Ujaluo ni kibarua. Nilisameheo.
Oh my God.
They forgave me, but I tell you the damage I left there. Hey, ni damage mbaya sana. I had to learn how to speak the very way. And after that, I learned songs and songs and songs and songs. Right now, you cannot backbite me in Kikuyu. Nimekuwa kidogo kama Githwari. Nimejua hiyo kiruka vizuri sana hata ukinijua. Ni vile tu now speaking, I have to think twice because again,
you learned your lesson.
They will definitely give you vocabulary. Yes, I learned my lesson. And that's the same method I use for all the languages.
The other 16.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Hellen. I told you, I warned you, this was a show like no other. It's different, it's fun, and we're just getting started. If you want to join us, we are available across all platforms at KTN Home, or you can talk to me directly at Queenie Mbori on Facebook and Instagram, or Queenie Saina on Twitter. The hashtag to use for today's show, if you have any questions for the guest, the comments, feedback, we are going to appreciate all of that. Talk to me. And we want to take a short break to pay some bills. When we come back, Hellen will tell us, we'll drop a line, a song about all the 16 languages that she can speak. 16 is quite a lot. But we also have very interesting performances when we come back. Don't go away. See you in a short while.